So let's take a moment here to check in with the breath. Noticing where you feel your breath in your body. Noticing the quality of your breath. So we are going to find a breath practice called Kumbhaka breath. So it means container. It is also representative of the womb and its generative powers. Kumbhaka is the practice of breath retention and is said to help store and conserve energy. As we go through this practice, I invite you to envision energy entering your body and filling your body container. The hold on the inhale builds heat and energy around the chest and solar plexus. And the hold on the exhale brings energy and vibration to the area below the navel and pelvic floor and is said to have a detoxifying effect. So take a few long, slow breaths here. And imagine that you are saturating your lungs with beautiful, life-sustaining energy. Envision your lungs as three-dimensional. When you inhale, fill them from the bottom to the top and from the center outwards to the sides. So now let's introduce Kumbhaka, a pause. At the top of your next inhale, pause the breath for a few counts. When you are ready, let your breath out in a long stream through both nostrils. Inhale, take the breath to the point between the eyes. During your hold, fill the spot with light and let it spread out from your eyebrow center. See it flood behind the eyes and fill your entire skull. And long, slow exhale. Continuing here, inhale, drawing in the light, drawing in the energy. Hold, allowing it to spread. Long, slow exhale. You know, always find a hold at the end of the exhale as well if that feels right for you. Be intentional with your breath. Direct it where it needs to go in your body. You can continue to Work with it at your eyebrow center. Or if there's another part of you that needs more love and more attention, take your breath there on the retention. Each inhale brings a new life force and creativity. Each exhale washes away the blocks in the way of your vision. And when you are ready, bringing some small movements into fingers and toes. Maybe those small movements become bigger movements. And whenever you are ready, rolling over to one side, whichever side is calling for you. And gently making your way up to seated. Great. Our first pose, we're going to find a heart opener. So finding your blanket, creating a long roll, placing it across your mat. So it's kind of like in a T shape. So this is the one where we bring the blanket just underneath the shoulder blades, just below the shoulder blades. If you can, arms come out to the side, palms face up towards the sky. All right, if it feels like too much, a couple different things you can do. One is to make the roll a little smaller, and the other one is to maybe just kind of use your arms, push the blanket down. So your arms are coming more down by your sides rather than out in a T shape. Finding your breath here. If this starts to feel like too much on the low back, maybe bringing feet to the earth, feet come wide on the mat, knees drop together, constructive rest. Connecting again to the breath. softening through the jaw, softening the shoulders. All right. So while you are here, I invite you to imagine yourself somewhere in nature, maybe someplace that you have been before. Maybe it's somewhere that you have imagined in your mind. Engage as many senses as you can, seeing the details of your surroundings. Smelling the air, noticing if you are alone or if someone is with you. Feeling the air on your skin. Are there any birds or animals nearby? Notice if it's windy, if there's a breeze, or maybe stillness. Once you can see and feel your surroundings, drink in the healing energy of the natural world that surrounds you. Drink in the tranquility and peace that is waiting for you to take it into your being and relax in this safe, healing space. If your mind begins to wander, coming back to your breath. Perhaps you take a moment here to thank this healing space. Gently coming back into your own space. And bringing some small movements into your body. And whenever you are ready, rolling over to one side, making your way up to seated. Okay, here's one we haven't done in a while. It's a side lying bend. So it depends on what you have to come over top of. It could be a thickly rolled blanket or a big pillow. So you're going to come up close to your roll. If you have maybe a couple of blocks, they might come in handy as well, just depending on how high up your prop is. So we will start with right hip up against your roll. And then you're going to come over onto your right side. Right arm comes out. If you need to, you can place a block underneath the head if the head doesn't come all the way down to the earth. So we're doing right hip first. You may have to kind of adjust, feel where it's comfortable with your blanket roll. And then if it's comfortable for you, maybe the left arm reaches up and over. Hand comes down to the earth, or maybe you find a prop underneath the hand. So up and over the head, sorry. By the left ear. Yeah, there we go. If this doesn't feel good for you, feel free to bring the left arm wherever it feels good. Maybe the hand comes out in front of the body, and just finding your breath here. So we won't be as long on this side or on each side as we were in our last pose. But still taking this opportunity to soften and release any tension you feel. Maybe you send your breath somewhere in your body again, feeling the rib cage expand on your inhale. feeling the energy filling up the area that you send your breath to. And on your exhale, slowly breathing out to release, let go. Right, whenever you feel ready, allowing the left hand to come back up and over. And then we're going to use the left hand to help us come up. So left hand comes in front of the chest, or in front of the torso, using that hand to help you push up and unravel the right arm. And making your way over to the other side. This time, the left arm slides underneath the body. Right arm maybe reaches up and over. And exhale to soften. Softening around the eyes, in the jaw, allowing the shoulders to release, softening the hips and the legs. If the mind starts to wander, going back to the breath. And once this side feels complete for you, allowing the right arm to come down by your side. And then using the right hand to help you push into the floor and unravel. Making your way up to seated. All right, a twist. Um, so this twist we'll do on our backs, and then I'll give you the option. You do whichever one feels the best for you. So it could be where you bring your prop over to your right side, allowing the hips to shift away from your prop and allowing the knees to come on top of the prop. You may find that it feels better with a blanket or a block between your thighs or between the knees. Or the other option is with the prop on the right side, we allow the right leg to come long, hug the left knee in, and then draw the left leg across the body onto that prop, trying to keep both shoulders on the earth. You can always add a little bit of extra height underneath the knee if the knee doesn't come all the way down. If it's hard to allow the left shoulder to settle down towards the earth, maybe you find a blanket or something, a towel to place underneath that left shoulder to provide a little bit more support. So whichever variation feels best for you and your body. And we want to, when we bring the leg over onto the prop, if you can, support the knee and the ankle if the prop is long enough. From here, I invite you to imagine a color that feels healing to you. And begin to see and feel that color surrounding you. Imagine that you can breathe that color into your body and begin to fill your body with your color with each inhalation. With each exhalation, imagine the color spreading through your body. If there's an area of your body that is in need of more attention, see the color filling that area, swirling and healing. Seeing its vibrational rays of color and light. Rest absorbed in this healing color and feel yourself being soothed and stress melting away. Gently bringing your awareness back. Whenever you feel ready, allowing your knees to come back to center, repositioning your back flat on the earth. You may even windshield wiper the knees from side to side a few times if that feels good in your low back. And then in your own time, setting up for the other side. So the other side might even be a different twist if that's what you need. With every exhale, softening. So I invite you to visualize a box on a table. This box will contain a message for you, but first, let's take in the details of the box. Notice its size, what material it's made out of. Maybe noticing colors, engravings, any embellishments. And then when you are ready, you open the box and you see a piece of paper inside. You look at the piece of paper and see a message written on there just for you. What does the message say? Maybe it's something that you need to hear right now. If a message still hasn't appeared, trying not to think too hard about it, just allowing for whatever comes up in your mind. Then take this message into your heart and keep it with you. You may even wish to write it down after class. And gently bringing your awareness back into your space. Perhaps you bring your knees back to center and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And then finding, whenever you're ready, no rush, finding any final resting shape on the earth. Use as many props as you would like to help you feel comfortable. And then let's return to that breath practice from the beginning of our class. So, again, envisioning your lungs as three-dimensional. When you inhale, filling your lungs from the bottom to the top and the center out towards the side. On the top of your next inhale, pause, hold your breath for a few counts. And then when you're ready, let the breath out in a long stream through your nose. Inhale, drawing in the energy. Hold, allowing it to spread. Long, slow exhale out. Sending your breath to the part of you that needs love and attention. So maybe you stay with this breath, or maybe you return to your own natural rhythm of breath. And I'd like to share with you a little bit about the qualities of air. So all of the elements live within our body. And the qualities of air are that of wind, movement, mobility, flowing, lightness, clear, dry, and expansion. As ether starts to take visible form in the world, she appears as air. Her movement seeps and infuses into our bodies through our breath and swirls within our energetic pathways. She is carried in leaves and the bustling clouds. Her breath is the voice of our soul. Vayu, which is wind that flows through the body, represents all movement in the body, from the beating heart to the workings of the digestive system, from our coursing blood and the articulation of bones and joints. Vayu feeds and circulates energy freely while overseeing our nervous system. Too much air in the body can create an overexcited temperament and hypermobility, whereas too little is displayed as an overall sluggishness in the circulatory system. Our thoughts, ideas, emotions, and creativity are carried on the currents of the air element. Air is related to skin, hands, and touch. Like a breath of air that knows no boundaries, we are able to touch others with love, and we are open to receiving it when this element is in balance. Air is the spontaneous force behind our life and dwindles as we look toward our later years and lightening our load. Without her energy, there is no life. So, wind carries with her the power of creation in the floating seeds and the breath of new life. How can you harness this element into your life? How do you want to step into the flow of what the wind is calling you to do? And what would you like to breathe into creation? And gently bringing your awareness back into your space. Noticing the earth beneath you, the air on your skin. Whenever you feel ready, rolling over to one side. And then gently making your way up to seated. Then lowering or closing your eyes. The light in me sees and honors the light in both of you. This light is a place of peace, love, kindness, and compassion. When you are in that place in you and I am in that place in me, there is no difference and no distance between us. Together we are the same. We're one. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful evening.